How to create a greeting card that will fit in an envelope that is 4 3/8 by 5 3/4. Essentially taking a letter-sized piece of paper, folding it in half, and then cutting it in half to fit in the envelope. I'm going to show you how to do this inside of Google Slides. First, open up a new Google Slide, give it a name, and then you're going to change the page setting or the slide setting so that it is the correct size for printing. Go up to File, go down to Page Setup. We're going to change this to Custom, and we're going to change it to the size of paper, a letter size paper, which is 8.5 inches by 11 inches. In this case, we're doing 11 first because we want it to be wider than it is tall. I'm going to click on Apply. Now that I have this, I'm going to delete what is inside of the slide, and then I am going to add a ruler guide that splits the page in half, both horizontally and vertically. To do that, I click on the rulers, I drag over to the side, and I match this right in the middle, which is 5.5. You see that it turns red to indicate that it's in the middle, and it actually put in a second one for me for halfway as well. For some reason it put an extra one in here. I'm going to drag that off and delete it. Now you see I have 4 parts of my page that I'm going to print out. I'm going to put the image here for the front. I'm going to leave the top blank. After I print it out, I will cut it down this line and will fold it across this line. These lines do not print. They are here just for a visual representation. Now that I have one page set up, I'm going to come up here, I'm going to right click or 2-finger click, and I'm going to choose Duplicate Slide, and you'll see I now have 2 slides that are the same. I'm going to insert a picture down here. To do that, I go up to Insert, Image. If you have created your own image, which I recommend you do, it makes the card more personal. You can upload it from your computer. For the sake of time, I'm just going to search the web, and I typed in smile. Let me do that again. I clicked out of it, insert, search the web. So I have smile, and now I can choose one of these images. Once you select it, you click on insert. I'm going to click on the corner and resize this image. I'm going to drag it so that it is inside this area. You can spend more time getting it exactly where you want. If you want it in the exact middle, you can drag another ruler guide. For right now, I am just going to eyeball it. Now I want to copy this and I want to put it over here on the other side. If I select it, I can go up to Edit, Copy, or I can press Command C on a Mac or Control C on a PC. And then I'm going to go up to Edit, Paste, or Command V or Control V. It makes a second copy. I click on it and I drag it over. Now you'll see that red line indicates when it's lined up with the other image. So I'm going to go ahead and line it up with the other image. So now they're both the same height. So this is the front page of my card. The second page of my card, I'm going to put the text inside here. I'm going to select a text box. I'm going to draw my text box. I'm going to type my message. Now, when I type my message, you do not have to go with the default font. In this case, I think I am going to choose a font called Lobster. It seems like a more happy font. I'm also going to change the font size so it's much bigger to read. Once I have my message done, I'm going to copy it again. This time I'm going to use the keyboard shortcut Command C or Control C, Command V or Control V, and I'm going to drag it over here. Again, that red line indicates it's the same height. And now that I have this, it is time to print this. I am going to go up to File, Print. You can save it as a PDF, but then you will still have to print it. I'm going to choose the printer that I want to use. Now to get this printed on front and back, I'm going to go down to More Settings, and I'm going to choose Two-Sided, check off Print on Both Sides. And I want to flip on the long edge. But flip on the long edge, or it gives you two options, or short edge. It's referring to when you have the paper on two sides, which way are you going to flip it to see the other side? In this case, we're going to flip up so we can see the message below. So we go ahead and click on print. And once you go to the printer, it will print on two sides. You will then fold it in half along this line, and you will cut it right down the middle. You should probably cut it right down the middle first, then fold it. It makes the fold a little bit easier. To cut it exactly at 5.5, go to the paper cutter, line up the edge of the paper so that it matches 5.5 inches on the paper cutter, and then pull down on the handle to cut the paper in half. When you are done, show your teacher your printed card and make sure to share it with somebody.